Hey yeah, my name is Thornscale, and today we're revisiting Prehistoric Marine Monsters. The game has had a few updates since my last video. The most important and the biggest of which is the map has been dramatically improved. Where before it was just kind of empty ocean floor for most of the map, now we've got lots of vegetation and a lot of rock formations to swim around. It looks a lot nicer. And there's also more diversity in biomes, like we've got stuff like this where you can go swimming through kind of like undersea canyons, to shallow areas where there's just the sparsest of seaweeds, to deeper areas that have a lot of seaweed. Thick patches of almost like kelp-like ocean that you can really hide in. And some mid-depth seaweed that is still big enough for little fishies to hide around in. You're not going to see like a mosasaur hiding down here, but a lot of the smaller ones, especially like the babies, can hide down here. But we've also got cool things like sunken ships now. You can reenact the scene from Little Nemo where you're the shark. You can also surprise people by going under the shipwreck. Everybody's going to expect you to hide in the shipwreck, but you can go underneath it. And one of the highlights of the map is definitely the ruins. They have lots of little spots for you to explore. There's also some caves nearby the ruins. There's actually a couple different formations of caves, which have a couple different entrances and exits as well. There's nothing down here to really discover yet. Maybe they'll add some more stuff later, but if nothing else, it's just a good little spot to hide away. We've got some coral reefs to explore, which, makes sense, because how are you going to have like an ocean game without a coral reef, right? This one's kind of a little bit deeper coral reef, but there's also a shallower one that I found. And this one gets really shallow. But I checked with a whale, and a whale can still swim up here, so it's not so shallow that nothing can get up here. And as we get into deeper waters, we've got these huge rock formations with these little mushrooms all over them. And amongst them is a sunken ship. Not an old sailing ship, though. This one is a little bit more modern. So that's kind of a cool aesthetic change. Shows that lots of different types of ships have sunk here. And there's also, if you keep going down, the larger mushroom forest. It starts to get pretty dark down here. They have kind of a cool glowing aesthetic. But one of the kind of funky things is if you're up a little bit above the mushrooms, you can look down amongst the mushrooms and you can see anybody swimming down there just fine. But if you go down yourself, it's completely black and you can't look back up again. So that's kind of weird. When you're down here, you can't see anything, but if you're just a few feet higher, you can look down and see everything. So that's a little bit weird, and maybe they'll fix that later. But if you do want to live down in the depths, you're not restricted to just your normal vision where it's black. You also have night vision. Just press N to turn it on. And then you can live down here happily amongst the mushrooms and see just fine. And for now, at least, the map has kind of like I was going to say an invisible barrier, but that's not quite right. It is very much a visible barrier. It's kind of like an energy barrier around the edge of the map. The cool thing is, it's not just going to stay like this without reason. They're going to be adding these barriers that are going to be along the surface, I believe. And they're also going to have like some kind of devices attached that are generating this energy barrier. And that's all part of the lore of the game. And there we go, a quick look at the updated map for Prehistoric Marine Monsters. If you're interested in the game, I'm going to have a link to their Discord down in the description below. And while you're down there clicking around on things, if you could also do me a huge favor and click the like and subscribe buttons. It's the only way for a small channel like mine to get discovered by the algorithm. And if you've got some suggestions for more survival games I should check out, feel free to stop by my Discord and let me know. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.